Hey guys, in case y'all watched me struggling, that is something I don't do very often, is put my leaf in my table, so I'm not really used to doing it. I like the small round table, but I needed it to be bigger today. Well, for the next few days. That big cabinet is actually a dehydrator. It's my mom's. We went and picked it up a while ago. And I'm going to be dehydrating peppers and onions. And my onions I'm dehydrating actually are sitting in the crock pot right now making onion broth. And I can talk a little bit about that also, and I probably will here in just a moment. Now this is my onion broth that's in the crock pot. What I do is I chopped up onions, which you don't have to use whole onions, but I had some onions that were starting to get soft. And I put a little salt and a little garlic in with them. And then you let them simmer in the crock pot for, ooh, it steamed up, sorry guys, for about 12 hours. And let me wipe this off. What you get is this lovely dark onion broth. And I'm going to pressure can it here in just a little bit, as soon as this one's done, in a couple hours. So while that's cooking, I'm going to start processing my peppers from probably 2019 for, I'm going to do a mixed pepper seasoning, and then I have a ton of cayenne peppers that I've held back this year. I'm going to dehydrate all of them for cayenne pepper. Hence why I borrowed a dehydrator. Okay, so while my peppers are thawing out a little bit, I am going to scoop out some of the softer onions out of this, and I'm going to dehydrate them. It's a little unconventional to dehydrate onions that you've used for broth, but I figured might as well put some use to them. I did not put any bad spots in here, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I trimmed them all down pretty good. But I'm not going to do a whole lot of them. I'm going to just show you guys how to dehydrate them, because it'll take overnight. So this video won't post for a little while anyway. Let's see. There's a lot of onions in this. When you make onion broth, it's super simple. I just chopped my onions into quarters, kind of separated them out a little bit, and skin and all went in here. If you cook with whole onions a lot, the skin and that very outside peel, I would save it and freeze it, and it makes for a really easy onion broth. And you just add a little salt and usually a little garlic. So I'm gonna just, that's enough to get me started right there. Lid back on her, let her keep cooking. Alright, so ignore the sound in the background. Hey-Hey's watching videos, but pretty much this is easy. You just cut the parts you don't want off, and they'll go in the compost, and the rest of it I'll cut small and put it on the dehydrator trays. Alright, I'm going to can, I have, this is broth from cooking a lamb shoulder, and then this is lamb stew, and then my onion broth. I'm going to can all of that today. I've got to slice the rest of my onions from my onion stock, but I've got, I think, 8 jars of onion stock, 2 of lamb broth, and then, I don't know, 5 jars of lamb stew, actually. But I'm going to, right now, this has got to heat up till there's a steady stream that comes out of the nipple on the top here. And then I will set my weight on it. And I have a dial gauge, so it's got to stay consistently for my elevation at 11 pounds. Anything over 11 pounds and it could have failure. Anything under 11 pounds and it's not safe to consume. So we'll let this get heated up. I'm going to cut more onions, and whenever this is to the proper heat, I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll throw this on there. Okay, it's hard to see, but there is a good head of steam coming out of that nipple right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop that on there. When you do that, this right here usually pops up, so that builds total steam in there. And we'll just keep an eye on the gauge until it hits 11, which is, hang on, it is that dark dot that's just past 10. So processing times vary, but you usually go by the longest processing time of what you put in there, which would have been the stew. So that's 95 minutes at 11 pounds. I'm getting hollered at. Say hi. Okay. I got the onions in baby food jars, and as you see, it's just onion flakes. And the peppers are still in the dehydrator. I did some like this just to see how they did, and they are actually dried out really well. And these are fresh peppers, and so are these, which I did in rings. I just wanted to figure out. Now these are the frozen peppers. Now they lost some of their color quality, but they dried out really, really well. Which most of these were cayennes, and I did pick some green because I like the flavor of green cayennes when cooking sometimes. And these are 2019 peppers. Now, other than a few bad peppers in the whole bag, it really wasn't that bad. I picked out mostly the cayennes and the jalapenos and the banana peppers. Everything else that was frozen, I pitched, mostly because it was soggy. If they were too soggy or I didn't think they were going to hold up real well, I just pitched them. But it looks like I did throw some in there that were really, really wet, and it looks like they did really well. But I'm going to grind that up into a powder. I'll show you a picture of that in a later vlog because this one's getting way too long. Thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate it. We'll see you soon. God bless.